In this tutorial, we're going to use the Cine Analyzer to do image calibration to produce an image scale. The first thing we're going to do is upload a Phantom Cine file. Here I have a sample Cine showing a dart that's translating across the screen. For aesthetic purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and increase the brightness and contrast of the video here. And now I'm ready to do image calibration. Before I do that, let me define what image calibration is. This is purely for two-dimensional videos and analyses. Currently, upon load, we have units of pixels, right? We know exactly how many pixels span from the left to the right and from the top to the bottom. In this case, we're going to develop an image scale, which will give us the physical length units per unit pixel. And to do that, we're going to use an image scale that's in the same plane of the action. Okay, so as this dart translates across the screen, we have this image scale that represents the physical space that we can use to correlate to our pixel space. All right. Now, while it's nice to have an image scale in the plane of the event, you could also use the physical parameters of the object itself if that's more convenient. But you just want to make sure that you accurately measure those physical features. So to capture the image scale, I'm going to click on the button in the upper left corner called Measure Image Scale. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and follow the directions here. In the green text, it says left click two ends of the scale in the active image. So I'm going to go ahead and arbitrarily pick 30 as the marker here. So notice that my mouse is very sensitive, right? It's hard to click exactly where I want. And I want to click the left side of that 30 mark. So I'm going to hold Control and I'm going to go ahead and use the arrow keys to navigate to the left side of that marker. And then I'm going to continue to hold down Control and then click Enter. Then I'm going to scroll all the way over to 40 here. And then again, I'm going to hold down Control and I'm going to click Enter here. And it's going to ask me, what is that known length? We see it's 40 minus 30, which gives us 10. And then I can drop down and click centimeter here and then OK. And as a sanity check, what I like to do is ensure that my new scale, which is up here on the upper left corner, which is 0.02688, is correct. I'm going to go ahead and click on the 2 point, and I'm going to go ahead and measure that same scale that I just used to calibrate, right? So I'm just measuring the distance now. So now I'm going to use Control. I'm going to arrow over to this same point, click Enter, and then I'm going to go over to the 40 here, and then I'm going to use my arrows to click that same point, Enter. And if you look here at the output text, I just measured a distance of 10 centimeters, which is consistent with the physical length of this measured Cine file. Now, that physical length unit of centimeters per pixel will propagate in all your measurements, whether you use the track tool, which gives you manual or auto tracking ability, any of the simple measurement tools like the 2-point, 3-point, or 2-line tool. Okay. Also, when you go to plot, when you're using manual or auto tracking, you're going to get all sorts of graphs down here. That too will be in the proper units of centimeters per pixel or centimeters per second, depending on your measurement. And finally, when you go to export your data, whether you're doing just a raw data export or you're doing a graphical report with the PDFs, you will get that centimeter unit in all of your reports. The last thing I'm going to show is how to change the image scale. You can simply re-click the button and perform the same task that we performed in the beginning, or you could hover over the text and click Edit Scale. Now, what that allows you to do is enter in a custom number where you can type it in. Maybe you already know the image scale. Maybe it's to match a past measurement analysis that you did. Or maybe you want to keep it and perhaps instead you want to choose a different unit, for example, millimeters. Or if there's a unit that doesn't exist on this list, for example, miles or something else, you can go ahead and type it in here to the scale and click OK. All right. Hope you enjoyed our calibration tutorial. Looking forward to our next training. Thank you.